What's up,
Recording in
everybody?
progress.
Welcome to the Mental Liquidity podcast with MJ Kim, brought to you from Seoul, Korea. This is episode number 3. Today we have with us Junseong Lim. Junseong is currently an undergrad at Korea University, plowing on his internship
Yes, sir.
in the finance industry. He's one of the most well-rounded individuals I know, yet the most humble one. And he's a man of integrity and fidelity. Just extremely excited to have him with us today. Thanks for coming to the show, Junsong. How you doing, man?
I'm above the sky.
I mean, I just want to thank you again for agreeing to come on this podcast. I know you're in China, right?
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm at
Yeah.
Shanghai right now.
Yeah, you're in
谢谢.
Shanghai. You're spending time with your family, but you still made it. And I mean, appreciate for you for the time. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm actually half naked right now.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
in
see that.
my,
Actually, I don't see it right now because we turned off the video, but I think it will be
yeah,
appropriate to not turn on the video if you right now.
yeah. It's bad for the girls.
Okay.
Toxic.
So just so I love to kick off the conversation talking from the start of your life.
hmm
You mentioned,
hmm
so I know you were born in Korea, but you studied abroad, right? You studied in China.
Abroad, yeah. Yeah,
So
I was
like
at Shanghai.
how was life overseas?
So back then, I was year 6 when I moved
Hmm.
to Shanghai.
Hmm.
So at first it was a disaster. It was a disaster because back then I couldn't speak neither English or Chinese.
Hmm.
But then I was suddenly like right into the international schools.
Hmm.
My first international school was in Singaporean, but it was actually called Shanghai Singaporean International School. And then I was like right in there without knowing how to speak English or Chinese.
Hmm.
So it was a disaster at first. I cried every day. That's what my mom said.
So it
But
was a
then,
yeah. Hmm.
mhm. Then I slowly learned how to speak and live through this like really diverse culture. And that's when my like career began in Shanghai.
Hmm.
So I actually moved from different schools, which includes Singaporean school, American school, Korean school, and now I'm at Korea University. So my childhood in Shanghai was actually very I don't know, it was very um chaotic.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you mentioned that word chaotic, yeah.
So it was much to learn. I learned Chinese, English, American culture, Singapore culture, China culture,
So
and
you went there,
then
yeah, you went there at year 6, right? Like you were like 12
yep,
or
year
13 years
six,
old. And then
13
you graduated middle school and high school
mm-hmm,
both in China,
at
so
Shanghai.
at Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
So about like 7 years, 6 years at China.
Yeah, yeah, it's about 7 years, seven and
Mhm.
like several months.
But I was
It was a
curious,
long
like,
time there.
yeah,
hmm
like in our pre-questionnaire, you said that your first dream that you could remember was being the president. I
Yeah, I
guess,
think that was like back in
yeah, I guess that probably
uh,
the president of Korea. It must not have been the president of China.
it might be better in China if you
It could, but like
yeah.
legally, it would be, yeah, it would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
impossible. So, like, were there any connections into why you had that dream? Like, you mean you said your childhood was very, I don't know, like very chaotic or like tumultuous, and did that childhood had anything to do with your dream as
Mm.
becoming a president?
I think I like to debate with other people.
Hmm.
So the very basis of this dream is I think is the way how I love interacting with people. I think I'm like much of a philanthropist. Like I love people,
Hmm.
but then at the same time, I'm very keen and I really love a logical person. So that's why I'm kind of like picky,
Hmm.
but like in the very basis of my mind, I really, really love people. And that's why I think the president dream came up.
Do you still have that
Yeah.
dream? Is it still upheld?
No, no, no,
Not
no,
right
no.
now.
I don't want to sell my face. No, I don't want to speak up.
Yeah, because you like so you now you become an adult and you know what it takes to have that amount of
Exactly.
attention and that power
Exactly.
and that authority. So I mean,
Exactly.
in the Spider-Man they say with great power comes great responsibility. So I guess it's a
That's what it
trade-off.
is.
Hmm. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I want to
Hmm.
do a YouTube later.
Like
Maybe when
YouTube?
I go to UCLA.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
going to an
Yeah.
exchange student, right? Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm actually thinking of doing a YouTube,
What are you
but
gonna
I'm
do?
still hesitant. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but
Like vlogs? Like what you gonna do?
yeah, I might do the nasty vlogs.
Are you gonna do like the day in the life of an exchange student at UCLA? So, oh come on, man.
It's the male version.
Oh
It's an
no.
alpha male
Oh
version,
no.
bro.
Oh dude, I'm gonna be your first subscriber. You gotta invite me. You gotta invite me to the
I'm
show.
not gonna tell anybody about that
Oh
thing.
dude, no,
I'm
dude.
not
I'm
gonna tell
gonna
anyone.
the second you leave Korea, I'm gonna search the day in the life of UCLA every day in YouTube.
Hi
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, I
This is
root
this
for
is your
you.
man
You're like,
Junseong.
I mean, as a, I don't know, I don't, I don't know if I should call myself like a content creator, but I have actually embarked on this journey as a podcaster.
hmm
I mean, it sounds
hmm
very clumsy to say it in my own words, but
No,
yeah, it's worth a try, I think. Yeah. I mean, like at first you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, but then as you get into the episodes, like
exactly.
yeah, you kind of get the flow of it, like what you want to do. So I definitely support you on that 100%.
But even in that content, I'm still like hesitant to show my face.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of
yeah, that's a different issue because you don't know what you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do later on, and that might actually like
yeah,
I don't know, maybe like undermine your reputation or have a bad effect on your career. So I think that's an issue you should be more discreet about.
yeah. And plus, I don't want any like gossips like about me. Like it's enough already. So I don't want
Wait,
all the
but I think
gossip things.
in order to be like in the position of people gossiping around you, I think you still need a lot of time to get into that.
No, no, I'm talking about my like the
Oh, you mean
close
like you're
people.
like your
Like
friends,
yeah,
like our
like
mutuals,
it can
like they're
be
talking about dude Junso is a
yeah.
YouTuber now.
Yeah, and you just get laughed all the time.
I totally get you,
And
yeah.
like,
But you
hey,
got
hey, YouTuber.
yeah. But
Stuff like that.
you have to take you have to take the consequences if you want to be famous and if
Yeah,
you want to achieve
it's
something. So, but
it's the leverage.
whenever someone gossips about your
Mm,
enthusiasm in
mm,
YouTube, I will be
hmm
there for you to like protect you and be like your
Are you
lawyer.
gonna punish them?
So don't worry about that.
Are you gonna punish them?
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah, so
you're gonna punish them.
yeah, your college major was industrial management engineering. I mean, it is your college major right
hmm
now because you're like, are you a
Yeah,
junior? You're a senior, right?
yeah. I'm a senior now.
Yeah, you're a senior. So I was curious, like, why engineering? Like, did you always have that interest
Oh
in childhood?
no, actually, this is a very, very, very. It was a very phenomenal thing. Like, what I mean by phenomenal is that I actually thought of like going to the business major when I was in high school.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I actually was preparing for those parts, but then there was like I don't know, there was like a a lot of fluctuations in my mind. And my father like kind of wanted me to go to engineering because he was an engineer.
Mm.
And then, and
Hmm.
back then, everyone was like, bro, engineering is the future. Engineering is gonna be the big baller. So I had like environmental issue plus my parent issue. And the politics back then was more on the engineering stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I was quite okay with math. So like, okay, why not? Why not? But then after I went to college, I was quite disappointed with this major
Why,
because
why, why,
it was
why were you
actually
disappointed?
very,
Hmm.
it was actually very focused on mathematics and computational calculations, which mean like coding, Python, R. So basically, a lot of industrial engineering comes from these kind of data processing stuff.
Hmm.
So that wasn't what I was expecting from this major. But that's why I kind of like was disappointed.
Mm. But you wanted
Like,
some kind
I,
of more business related, management related things, stuff.
well, so industrial management engineering is basically on optimization. So
Mm.
you're basically optimizing like a lot of processes out there on the society, which can
Hmm.
be like airport queue, airport security queue optimization, like
Oh.
how to reduce the downtime, how to reduce the time you need to get into the airport, get out of
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
airport, something
Hmm.
like that. But that process sounds very fun when you listen to this like that. But
Hmm.
in reality, it's all about the mathematical computations plus
Oh.
data optimization processing. So it was far from what I was expecting. I thought
Hmm.
more of a like a consulting project with a little bit
Mm.
of mathematics, but then it was more of a computations. So
Mm.
I didn't think that was much of what I wanted because I wanted to be a frontier, not the back office guy
You
working
want,
on my
yeah, you want to be in
coding
the front
stuff.
end. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So is that why you pivoted to the finance sector?
Well, I started off with this corporate consulting internships.
Oh yeah, yeah, you started consulting, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually involved in a like a benchmarking project for a sales management system, procurement kind of stuff.
Hmm.
So I actually like what I did in my corporate consulting stuff. So that was more of what I expected in industrial management engineering.
Hmm.
So I kind of liked it, but then I had like a peer pressure, I think. Like everyone was talking about, bro, you gotta go to finance instead of consulting. Finance is better.
Why,
So it
like,
started off with
mm,
curiosity. Oh, it was
mm,
more of a, I think it's more of a compensations,
oh,
like the money
compensation
you
wise.
earn
Hmm.
from the
Hmm.
finance.
I totally get that. Yeah, yeah.
Because like the dedications and all the work hours you put into consulting are basically similar to finance.
But they have
So
more,
everyone was like,
yeah. Mhm. But
exactly,
the
exactly.
finance has
So,
more, much more compensation on the
mhm.
same input. Yeah.
Plus, you have a higher chance of getting into the sell side, I
Oh
mean the buy
yeah.
side.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So you're in a much better position rather than the consulting people, where consulting people always have to be the one who's requesting for the projects, the one who has to do all the small and some
Hmm. Hmm.
uneasy stuff.
Do you still,
Well,
yeah.
mhm.
Do you still agree on that notion? Are you like, did you ever like regret changing your path in the career?
No, actually, I don't regret anything yet,
Yet, yeah.
yet, but I'm still in my considerations. Like,
Hmm.
I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do after like 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah.
And I still think consulting is good, even after all the projects. And I
Mm,
think private equity that I did was also, I think that was also good. So I think I'll make decisions after trying the corporate banking internship.
hmm Yeah, you still
I
have
think
time.
that's gonna
Like,
be my
yeah, you're so
that's gonna be a
young.
turning
Yeah,
point.
I
Oh,
totally agree on
bro.
that. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta make decisions. Like, you have to make decisions choosing your career path. I know you
Yeah.
have the same
Yeah,
contemplations.
I have the similar, I guess,
I know that.
kind of the similar situation of having to make a decision. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you think that
Mm.
it's like you know the potency of it, like how it would
Hmm.
impact your whole career, like this
Exactly.
moment. Yeah, and like it gets you feel the pressure, and it's very yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like it's not easy. So that's why I think I ask a lot of friends, my mutuals, my
Hmm.
seniors, friends from like my clubs about like what path to take. But in the end, actually, it's actually all up to you. Like you have to make the decision and you have to take the responsibility for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's
The,
tough.
the starting point. So because it's a starting point, I think it's much harder.
Definitely. I don't know if this is the right time to ask you, but
Mhm.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So that's one of my contemplations. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know where I'm gonna be in like a 2 years.
Right, yeah. It's
But I
hard.
think,
hmm
yeah, I think it's either gonna be consulting or finance.
Or finance.
But I have an option of starting a startup.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I always have this dream of starting a startup before I graduate, before I have the responsibility as a like I don't know, the junior in the society. Like
hmm
before I get the responsibility, social responsibility.
Or before you become a dad, if you ever like have a family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm
Because a lot of brothers like that I have beside me that they regret a lot about not trying a startup before they get a kid.
hmm
Like when you have a family, you just can't
Yeah, it's a whole
take
different
away
idea.
your,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally agree. Yeah.
so
You
people
actually
just,
had a startup, right? Before you started a like the small startup when you were in college.
yeah, when I was in, that was like back then, 2021.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more about like what the startup was about and how the experience was to you?
So that was also YouTube related stuff.
Oh, really?
Like
That was
we
YouTube
wanted,
related?
yeah, yeah. That's well, we wanted to make a content, YouTube content. So that was, but like that was a really different thing. So we wanted like a 유퀴즈. Back then there wasn't
Oh,
유퀴즈.
like
So we wanted
bring
to
guests
interview those
and experts.
experts,
Oh.
mhm, in different fields and get an interview, make a, I don't know, make an appoint like a cold appointment with those people who want to talk to them. So we wanted to make like a value chain starting off from YouTube interview to like a off person interview where you can it can be like a fan meeting of experts.
Mm. So you
So it's
kind of
like a
like
seminar.
trying to provide like the platform to connect the
Hmm.
people who are interested with the experts and the people who come on the
Yep. So
YouTube.
it's an O2O platform, but
Oh,
it's different that online to offline. So
oh,
that's what I was thinking of devising back then.
how'd it go?
But then it didn't work out well because it was hard to fund the project because
Oh, the funding.
we're just like, mhm. So I think we had a bad starting point since we wanted to start with like not famous celebrities or professors, but professors don't want to like show up on this random startup.
Hmm. Hmm.
Plus celebrities neither. Like, who are you? So we were like, okay. So it didn't
Yeah.
work out well.
I
But
mean,
then
yeah.
I think that was a great idea by itself. But it's just we had just had a bad starting point, I
Hmm.
think. If I go back, I might like try different stuff.
Didn't you didn't you talk about like starting a like this flower related startup? I remember you talking about
Oh,
that. Is
mhm.
that a different one? A whole different thing
That's
from
a
the YouTube thing you
that's a
just
whole
mentioned?
different
Oh,
thing.
that's a whole
That's
different
just
one.
like a that's just like a mind map.
Mm,
So Flower doesn't really have a platform right now. It has one, but it's a very, very small one.
mm,
So I thought Flower could be like either be in retail or like offline flower shops. So there were like customization plus retail plus distributing.
mm.
Basically, I just wanted to put all of them like together.
Like the
Because flowers
A to Z
also
of
needs some
flowers.
optimization.
Mm-hmm.
Because it also needs optimization in that process, in that value chain.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very not systematic.
Mm.
So I
And that,
thought that there was an
yeah.
opportunity right there.
Did you actualize the business or was it just on your mind?
It was just on my mind. I
Oh,
was
it's
actually
funny.
talking with a consultant that I got to know when I was in internship. So we were
What?
just like having a drink and talking about that all night.
Yeah.
But then it didn't come to reality.
I just remembered Junseong and we actually had the same similar experience.
Oh,
We also had a startup
the
idea.
lottery share.
We were trying to do this startup related to the lotteries, but due to the legal regulations, we faced a huge wall of the government and we had to ditch that idea
Uh,
also. So I think yeah, startup
the
it's really
Jack
fun.
Pocket.
Yeah, we were trying to make a Korean
It
version
is
of Jack
hard.
Pocket, yeah. But
Mm.
you know, like I kind of I don't know, like I don't know if it's right to call that an experience, but I really cherished that moment with you, me, and
I do, I
Jungho
do.
because like I it's like the first time I ever felt so aspirational and so enthusiastic to some topic. Like it really felt like I
Exactly.
really wanted to do this because I want to do it. It's not like someone else told me to do it. It's because it
Hmm.
was like self-induced. It was a self-induced topic.
Yep.
I wanted to do it, so it was a great experience. And I really thank you for like you were the one who came up with the
Oh
idea.
no.
So I really appreciate that.
Oh no. The pleasure is mine, sir.
That was a fun experience. So man,
But
you're yeah.
I actually talked about this with my, the lawyer uncle.
Oh yeah, you're yeah.
I
Yeah,
have a
what do you say? What do you
lawyer
say?
uncle. He was like, bro, this is Korea. You gotta try the legal shit. Like,
Yeah, it's
Korea
different.
doesn't work like that. So
Yeah.
he was like, you gotta go for this. You gotta fight the 국회.
Oh wait. Oh, he meant like we had to be more aggressive?
Yeah, he thought we should give it a go.
Oh, I thought like he
But he
meant like,
thought
dude,
like,
it's Korea. You should give up. It's not that. It's a different meaning. He wanted us to
it was
like,
exactly the opposite.
oh,
He was like, bro, Korea doesn't give a shit about legal stuff. He's gotta do this.
so we gotta be like Uber style. Like Uber had to
Yeah,
face
yeah, yeah.
the regulations, but he I guess pounded over the government and paved
Actually,
his way.
startups like face a lot of like legal issues plus
Hmm.
moral issues, like all kind of issues, but then you just have
They
to
do.
deal with that.
Yeah,
Tada also had legal issues like
yeah,
at the beginning. Then they had the social issues with the taxi drivers.
yeah. So they
So I
eventually,
think,
yeah, they overcome.
yeah,
They actually, yeah, they solved it in the end. They eventually did it.
yeah. So my uncle was like, Why not? Like,
Yeah.
you gotta talk to talk to the big boss.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like if we right now, to be honest, I don't have that burst of that that
Capacity.
enthusiasm and that fire and
Oh
that
yeah,
passion.
yeah.
I don't have it left compared to the
Hmm.
the the first time we ever talked about the topic. But I don't know, like
Yeah, yeah.
if we ever have an opportunity and before we have less responsibility, I think it's worth a try to start a startup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that your end
I
goal? Like
mean,
to be like a entrepreneur? What's
yeah,
your
yeah,
end goal?
that's my end goal. Entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur to have your own business?
the big boss,
Yeah,
the
it's
boss baby.
yeah. I I me too. Like I'm not really sure like what I want to do after like when I'm like 50s or like 60s. But one thing for sure is I don't want to be a worker. I don't want to be like
Oh yeah.
this salary man who waits for his monthly salaries every end of the month. It's yeah. I want to be some kind of entrepreneur or this even self-employed. Like I just want to work for myself, and I think we
Hmm.
share that same goal.
Yeah, we have the alignment.
Yes, the alignment
You
is
always have to align.
for sure.
Always align your stuff. Always align your work when you get there. When you get to BRV.
Okay, that was that could be that could be pungent, but anyways, yeah, thanks for mentioning. Shout out to BRV.
Shout out to BRV.
Yeah, so Junsung, so now let's change the pace. We talked about your life. I'm curious about the small things. Uh what
Small things.
what's something that brings you excitement in life?
Actually, when I faced that question, I thought it was really hard to choose one because of
Hmm.
excitement. We don't feel much excitement when we live our life.
Hmm. Hmm.
Maybe when we talked about the Jack Pocket thing, I think that was when I felt excitement.
Oh, yeah,
But
like
like to
yeah.
excite myself, I think it's not easy to happen unless I'm playing like a really aggressive sports like soccer or
Hmm.
basketball. Like you get excited at that moment.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I didn't think that was the excitement that you were trying to talk
Yeah,
about.
what I was trying to ask you was like what's something like if you think about it, like let's say you do this thing like at
Mhm.
Thursday and at Monday you go through your calendar and like oh yeah, I'm doing this that Thursday. I'm so excited. Like something that makes your life like I don't know, like gets you going. Like this is what you live for or like something that you look
Oh,
for in the week.
oh shit. Oh shit. I don't have one, bro.
I want
Like,
you to keep it appropriate because this is
wait, give
like I can
wait,
see
give
your
me an
I
example.
don't see your face,
Give
but
me
I
an
can see your
example.
face right now. Like for me, it's some like let's say this podcast is something that brings me excitement. Like whenever I make an appointment,
Oh,
like always yes, I'm gonna do a podcast with
oh,
Junseong and like yeah, it's something that I really
uh,
want to do. Or maybe basketball. I play basketball every week. That excites
yeah.
me.
Oh, snap. Wait. Um,
I mean, you don't have to squeeze your
basketball.
brain to brain to like answer the question. It's
But nowadays, I think I like reading someone's blog, like the one that you taught, like
oh,
you
you mean the neighbor,
let me
the
know.
blog about
Yeah, the
these social issues
this
and like
random
various
guy blog.
topics.
Yeah, I think that's what I do every day these days. Like every morning, I just go in there, I read his stuff,
Dude,
I
that's
try to organize the thing, and I
shit.
actually have a Notion notepad that I'm like writing stuff down about what he writes about,
And you
and I
organize it and
kind of enjoy
yeah.
that thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I just pinpoint those stuff and then try to make it mine. So I'm actually recording about a lot of issues actually. I read about the EU electronic vehicles, read about some random ships, Brazilian, some currency issue,
Hmm.
rare material issue. I just read about some different
Nice.
social issues that I used to like ignore when I was I don't know, junior or freshman. Like I wasn't really interested in the social issues plus how everything goes out there. I was just some random engineer who just
Hmm.
looked down the data. I think this is like a something new to me, and I kind of like
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. Like you said who introduced you to this blog?
Wait, I didn't hear you.
Wait, who introduced like wait, who was it that introduced you to this blog?
It was MJ Kim.
Oh, it was me? Oh.
It was MJ Kim. Shout out to MJ Kim.
I mean
Big
like it's
shout
good to
out to
hear
MJ
because
Kim.
like to be honest, like I actually don't have that
Yeah, I know,
much
I know, I
tension
know,
about like this
I know.
the passion for the vlog. I mean like time to time I go in there and like I read the content like oh man this is so inspiring but I don't think I keep it consistent as you do.
Yeah,
So I mean, good job on that. Like, it's good to hear. And a lot of people, when I
yeah,
ask
I
this
like it.
question, they talk really about non-academic stuffs. But I think you're the first
Hmm.
one who talked about an academic stuff. So you kind of sound like a nerd, but I like it because you're not a nerd.
The
That,
trend is nerds. You have to be
yeah.
nerdy in order to be in the trend. You gotta take the flow, bro.
Yes, sir.
You gotta
Uh,
hang in the big wave.
yes, you do. Nice. So,
It's actually very, 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 very interesting. Like, I like this blog.
mhm.
And if you want to know, talk to MJ Kim,
Yeah, I'll
podcasters.
introduce you to the blog. It's maybe
Yeah.
like is it would it be legal if we link in the blog address in the description?
Oh,
Does it
you're
have
gonna need
relation?
the MOU.
Oh, I have to contact him. Okay, that's gonna be
Let's keep it
weird.
a secret. If you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
know, follow me on Instagram. I don't
Yeah,
know.
follow I'm June. Yeah.
Call me June on
Call me
Instagram,
June. Yeah,
and
we'll
I'll
have
show you the real world.
we'll have the
I'll,
address in the description for Junseong's Instagrams, don't worry.
I'll show you the world.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So Junseong,
I'll show you the big wave.
what I want to ask you, what was your most memorable trip or travel in your life?
Oh, so what I wrote was the Vietnam trip when I went in my first 20s. But that was like my graduation trip with my homies in high school.
Hmm.
And that was like the first trip that I went without my parents. So
Oh,
we had five guys, like the hamburger thing in
oh
Vietnam.
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And it was a great adventure. It was like, I don't know, the Indiana June.
Indiana, what do
So
you
we were
mean?
like the Indiana Jones party.
Oh,
I mean, we were just like scavenging everywhere. We were going to, I don't know, beach. We were going to club.
wait, hold
Like,
on. So it was a party themed on Indiana Jones?
no, no, it was like a graduation trip that we planned. And then when we actually went there, we rented motorcycles for the first time in our lives.
Oh, mhm.
And then we just ride down the beach. We went to mud fountain. We went to massage. We went to club. We went to some luxurious hotel, which were very, very cheap back then in
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam.
Hmm. Yeah.
So everything was our first time, and
Hmm.
every moment was like very, very cherishable.
Definitely.
So I think that was like the most inspiring and um, I don't know, valuable moment and trip in my life. And I actually met a lot of different people there. Like I met Russians, I met like Brazilians, all different people, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. And then it was very inspiring and I really liked it. I ate good food and everything was so cheap back then in
Hmm.
Vietnam. So you basically could do everything you wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but as a 20-year-old kid, you just want to do everything like, so it was a very, very, very good trip,
Yeah.
I think.
So it was your first trip where you, I guess, um,
hmm Without my
yeah,
parents.
without your parents, you like you
I think
went
that's the
over.
big thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, but for your information, I didn't do any illegal stuff, guys. I was
Dude, you didn't have
clean.
to
I
mention
was
that.
20
Like
year
now that
old.
you mentioned it, now I have to question you about what you did.
No. No.
Why would you
No,
mention
cause I,
that? That
cause,
was that was
oh, cause
like that was you didn't have to say that.
I,
That was
no,
perfectly implied
cause like
in your trip, your
I rode
description.
motorcycles and but I was a very, very nerdy kid back then,
I'll take it. I'll
for your
take it.
information.
Don't worry.
The big wave.
Yeah, so Junsong,
Yes,
I want to
sir.
know about your yeah, you I want to know about what you do for exercise these days.
Uh-huh. So this morning I went to gym. I work my things out.
You mean like
Nowadays,
weightlifting?
I actually started golf. I do workout.
Oh,
I do like weight training at the morning. Then I go to take my golf lesson, which started like yesterday. I'll send
well,
you a
you're taking
video
golf
after
lessons?
this podcast. Yeah, I'm taking
You're
golf
taking
lessons.
golf lessons in China?
Yeah, I'm learning from the OGs, the doctor.
Learning from the
No, I'm
doctors.
just
How about
joking. I'm learning from the
how
Koreans,
about
Korean guy.
basketball? You play basketball,
I
right?
wanted, I want to play basketball like in China. We have a really big gymnasium like right beside my house, and
Hmm.
I think I'll go there soon. Like you just can't go there by yourself and hop in with other people. You play ball.
Like a pickup game?
Yeah, yeah, it's a pickup thing.
Hmm.
So you just say ni hao, and you just jump in.
Do you have to say ni hao to
But
jump in?
you always have to say ni hao. You always have
Okay,
to have your
okay, ni hao.
manners.
Okay. FY to
And
any
then,
people
but then,
visiting
like,
China, you have to say ni hao.
yeah, you always say hi to people, guys.
Hmm.
And the thing is, the Chinese people, when they play basketball outside, like, cause it's very, very hot here, they like take their clothes
Hmm.
off. So they're half naked. They don't have anything on their top. They only have their bottoms. But it's
That's
kind of
very
sticky.
nice
It's
to
kind of
hear.
sticky.
It
That's
is, it
very
is.
sticky.
Like
Because everyone's
how
sweating
do
a
you
lot.
is it their best post-up move to take off their shirts?
Yeah. Because you don't
To,
want to touch them.
yeah, that's like mind playing. Like they want to, they're actually making the
Yeah.
defense
You want to
hesitant.
defend. hmm It
Mm.
actually makes me very, very hesitant. Because, uh, you know, you know what's happening
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah, it's very good to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
So I'll tell you my routine. I'll tell you my routine, sir. So these days
you
at
what you
China,
mm-hmm,
I'm working out at the morning.
mm-hmm,
Then in the afternoon, I take golf lessons. And
mm-hmm.
then in the evening, like before I sleep, I go to jogging. So
Wait,
actually
you do your
exercise a
cardio,
lot these days. Yeah,
you
I do my
exercise
cardio with
three
like
times a day?
yeah. Like
For like
that's my routine after I came to Shanghai. I'm doing that all day,
what
every day.
do you have a reason? Like, do you have any motivation on this routine, or is it just something like you just do?
Well, when I was in Korea, I only did my gym and sometimes cardio, but since I finished my internship, I have a lot of time. So
Mm.
I'm just spending my time exercising. Plus, I'm doing a little bit of studying to prepare for the interview. I'm actually trying
That's
to
key.
apply for the Hong Kong investment banking stuff. It's a
Oh,
very low key stuff, but I
that's
just want to
nice. That's
like
nice.
throw my resume.
Mm-hmm.
If I
It's
get
worth
an
it.
interview, then I'll give it a
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, you should always give it a try. Just go for it. Aim high,
Yeah,
especially in
yeah,
internships. Definitely.
yeah.
So would you
I'm
say
just doing my resume.
your life is satisfying these days? How,
Actually,
are
it
you
quite is.
content? Hmm.
Yeah. I'm actually very content. I'm having good sleep. I'm having good meals, and I'm with my family. It's very
It sounds
pleasant,
very
and
organized. Like it's very
it's
like.
very yeah,
Hmm.
it's very
Hmm.
balanced. Like
Hmm. I can
everything is
feel
so
that. Yeah.
fine.
Hmm.
But I kind of like
I.
have a little bit of um worry that I have to like keep studying. Like I'm not putting much
Yeah,
effort in studying, so
you have to keep up.
I'm a
Yeah.
kind of person who like cannot do nothing. I just can't do
Hmm.
nothing. I have to do something.
Yeah.
So
Couldn't
today
agree
I
more.
was at
That's
Starbucks doing my stuff.
wait. There's a Starbucks in Shanghai.
Hey, of course, there's like
Oh.
tons of Starbucks.
I mean,
Actually,
like,
cheaper in Shanghai.
really?
hmm
Because
It's
I
actually
thought like
cheaper.
Starbucks is like the most representative enterprise
Oh,
of
the
US
American thing.
capitalism. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like imagine Starbucks opening in China, but that's very surprising and very staggering to hear. That's very cool.
It's basically on every street, the
Really?
Starbucks thing. hmm
Like almost like in Korea. Like I mean Korea like
It's like a
there's
supermarket. It's like a convenience
wow.
store. You just have it everywhere.
Whoa.
So
That's very
where I'm
cool.
living, on this street, there's like three Starbucks on every block.
Three Starbucks in every block. That's almost like in Korea, right? Korea, there's like
Yeah,
a
that's like Korea. Starbucks has their
yeah,
thing. It's like the biggest chain, I think, in China.
and they have that
So what
culture
I
of
what I know,
ordering a
hmm
yeah.
they have the siren order
What
and
do you?
all that
Mhm.
stuff. So there
Oh,
was
they have the
this
new tech.
China, yeah, they have the new tech. They have the new tech. So I know what you're saying, like American enterprise in China, the biggest coffee chain. It kind of doesn't make sense. But
Hmm. Hmm.
so back then they had this Chinese coffee chain franchise they tried, but then Chinese people didn't like it. Actually, they had the biggest chain in China, but then suddenly it just disappeared. So they were actually
Was
putting
it
a
like?
lot of
Uh-huh.
K-Packs in there, but then
Oh.
there wasn't really a lot of people who wanted it actually. The
Hmm.
enterprise wanted it, but the customers didn't really like it. So it
Hmm.
disappeared. Starbucks survived.
Yeah,
Chinese love
Starbucks. I mean,
Starbucks. Right, Chinese love Starbucks.
if I could take a guess. Maybe it's probably
hmm
the quality of the product, because Starbucks
It
they
might
have
be, I think.
their strict and rigid policy of procuring their what do you call it? the beans, the coffee beans from
the raw materials.
yeah, the raw materials from the specific places that they
Hmm.
think it's that they think it's necessary. So I think a lot
I
of it
totally
has to
agree.
do with the quality of the product. That's very interesting to hear. Super interesting. Yeah, I learned something.
Hmm.
China has Starbucks. That's very interesting.
That's
Nice.
a very, very controversial quote. China. But I think
What?
China has a lot of like
Mhm.
U.S. enterprise based stuff, like Costco.
They have
They
Costco
have
in China.
they have huge Costco's everywhere.
Oh
Something
my
like that.
God. And maybe
There's a lot
it's
of
my
Paris
stereotype.
Baguette, the
Mhm.
Korean chain, the Korean chain.
Paris baguette in
Hmm.
China?
There's a lot of
Paris
them.
baguette made it to China?
Yeah, they succeeded, I
Wow.
think.
Nah,
There's
dude,
Paris Baguette.
the last time I visited China was like 12 years ago, and all I could
Hmm.
remember was old man taking their shirts off in the street and patting their stomachs while they're walking down the street. That's the only thing I
That
can
that
remember.
that's still ongoing actually. A lot of people don't wear their top
Uh,
here.
Yeah.
So when I
I
do
mean like
jogging, actually, I don't wear one.
yeah.
I don't wear one.
Oh, so
We
that's
just go hard. We go hard.
you stay with the flow.
Yeah, you stay in the big wave. You take
I
your
mean, like
clothes off.
I,
You do your jogging.
I understand. Like it's high. You want to take your shirt
Yeah, it's
off. I
super
can
hot.
understand that, but like
Super
I
hot.
don't get why you pad your stomach. Like
Oh,
you just
that's
why
like a
would you just
routine.
expose it? Like yeah, why would you have to pad it like a drum? Like that's
It's like a free throw routine, sir. Like you have,
you just have to do it. You just have to do it
yeah,
to make
it's like a
yourself
free
comfortable.
throw. Yeah, yeah. You just
Yeah,
have to do it.
that's
They
good.
have
That's
a,
good.
yeah. So a lot of like foreign enterprises are actually in China.
Hmm.
You can see a lot of them.
Yeah. So, Junsong, we are at we are heading the end of our podcast episode,
Yes,
and
sir.
I would like to conclude the episode by asking it's my trademark question that I ask my guests at the end of the
Oh,
episode, and that is,
let me guess.
sure, take a guess.
It's your favorite quote, right?
Yes, sir. What is your favorite quote, Junsong?
No. Ah, favorite quote. I think I wrote it on my pre-questionnaire.
Yeah, you did. Wait, do you want me to read it? Did you forget?
Wait, no, I didn't forget it. Like, but it kind of changes every time, so I'll say it.
Why would it
So,
change every time you say it?
like the slight details always change, you know.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm
Because
excited to
it's
hear
not
your
like
version this.
by someone. It's not like by someone. I
Wait, you
just
made
read
this
it from
quote?
like nowhere.
Oh, okay, okay.
I read it from like a Instagram post, I think, from random person. But I
Hmm.
actually kind of like that sentence, so I just like randomly changed it a bit. But I liked it.
Yeah, don't make me wait. Come on, just expose it. What is
Okay.
it?
The thing is, I already succeeded in my life, and accidentally something happened, and I'm just back in the past. That's it.
Wait, does that mean that you're you're already destined to be successful,
I'm already destined to be successful. I just
and
accidentally fell into the past.
you're just walking the path, the career path that you already paved in before in the past.
Yeah, I'm actually living the past of the future me.
Then what is your future you? Do you know that?
It's like the financially and morally, socially successful person. That's my future me, I think.
That this is the most spiritual quote I ever heard of. Like
I
I
know,
hear a lot of
right?
quotes like you know me, like you know I have a lot of quotes in my head.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
this is something that I've never heard. Like what?
I know. That's the point. That's the
Teleported
point.
to, and it kind of
Yeah,
it suits you. Yeah, I think it suits you. I
wait, wait,
like it.
tell me what I wrote. Tell me what I wrote. Tell me what I wrote.
Okay, quote unquote, you wrote, I already succeeded in the way I've craved. I just accidentally teleported to the past.
Give a round of big applause, everyone.
I like it. Yeah, but like it's kind of a silly question, but do you know the
Hmm.
other people in the future, like the people around you, do like whether or not they have succeeded or not?
I don't know. I'm
It's
letting the
only about
pause. I
you.
lost
Like,
my memory.
oh, okay, okay, okay. Because
It's
being you,
like a
I was kind
motivational
of,
quote. It's like a motivational quote.
sorry, I had to get into this because like it's so spiritual. Like it's something that does not align with
It,
what I have in mind. So
it's
does
like
this quote
the
give you
motivations.
motivation? Yeah, does it give you
It,
motivation, the
it,
power
but it
to?
actually gives me confidence.
It does.
Like you get confidence by that. Like you just like
Hmm.
rewind this quote in my mind,
Hmm.
and I do my thing. I do the right thing.
Yeah, I
Be a
like it.
man.
Yeah, for real, I like it. I like it because like I don't know if I mentioned it,
Okay.
but your favorite quote would be on the title after your name. So it
Oh
would
yeah.
be episode 3,
Oh,
Junseong Lim, and it's gonna be I already succeeded in
it's
the
gonna be
way I
lit.
just
It's gonna be lit.
I'm gonna rephrase it too. I'm gonna shorten the phrase a little bit, but yeah, I'll make
Okay.
sure that your meaning still
Yeah,
holds.
make sure you have
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah. I'll
The
have the
thing.
spiritual vibe in it. I'll make it more spiritual if you
Yeah.
want it. Yeah. Okay,
No,
Jin.
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, awesome as always. Just thank you so much for taking the time for the
Thank
podcast. I
you.
mean, I hope you had a great time. Like, how was the
It
show?
was so good. It was so good.
Mhm.
I wanted to be done in offline. It's gonna be so
Oh,
much
like for
fun.
face to face? Yeah, maybe like we should have
Yeah.
it. We should definitely have it next time. Cause yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be so fun. It was
me too.
actually
I also had a
so
great
good.
time to learn more about you. Yeah. So I hope you the best on what you're doing right now, on your routines and what you're preparing. And I truly appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
And for the
Gracias.
listeners, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the show and we'll bring you more guests with more content on the next one. So until then, stay tuned.